Do you know what life was like before the discovery of penicillin? Picture the early 20th century, a time when the world was in the firm grip of bacterial infections. Common illnesses and injuries, trivial by today's standards, could take a deadly turn, with no effective treatments to keep them at bay. Imagine a world without antibiotics, those crucial weapons in our medical arsenal that we often take for granted. Bacterial infections, from the minor to the severe, ran rampant, unchecked and unchallenged. Pneumonia, sepsis, and a host of other infections were not just fearsome, they were often fatal. The medical community was locked in a seemingly losing battle against these invisible enemies, their arsenal woefully inadequate in the face of the onslaught. The world was in desperate need of a miracle. Little did they know, that miracle was just around the corner, waiting to be discovered in an ordinary petri dish. Enter Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist working in a small, cluttered lab at St. Mary's Hospital in London. The year was 1928, and Fleming was deeply engrossed in studying Staphylococcus bacteria, notorious for causing a host of infections, including pneumonia and sepsis. After a 2-week vacation, Fleming returned to his lab, and what he found in one of his petri dishes was nothing short of extraordinary. A mold, known as Penicillium, had taken root amidst his bacterial cultures. But that wasn't the intriguing part. The bacteria surrounding the mold had perished, as if the mold was exerting an invisible shield, protecting the area around it. Intrigued, Fleming delved deeper into this phenomenon. With careful observation and meticulous experiments, he realized that the mold was secreting a substance that was lethal to the bacteria. He named this substance penicillin. The implications of this accidental discovery were monumental. For the first time, there was a beacon of hope illuminating the dark battle against deadly bacterial infections. The world had been given its first glimpse of a potential antibiotic. But the journey of penicillin from a petri dish in a cluttered lab to a life-saving drug wasn't as straightforward as one might think. Despite the potential of his discovery, Fleming faced skepticism from the medical community. The task of isolating and mass-producing penicillin was a daunting one. The idea of a mold-based substance killing bacteria seemed far-fetched to many. But Fleming was undeterred. He knew he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The discovery of penicillin was not just about the birth of a groundbreaking antibiotic. It was a testament to human curiosity, scientific inquiry, and the power of serendipity. It was about the relentless pursuit of knowledge and the audacity to challenge the status quo in the quest for progress. Fleming had stumbled upon something extraordinary, yet the true challenge was still ahead. He had unlocked a door to a world of possibilities. But turning the key to mass-produce this miracle drug would take more than a decade, a world war, and a team of dedicated scientists. Despite the potential of Fleming's discovery, it was met with skepticism. The medical community, grounded in years of established practices and theories, was initially reluctant to embrace this new, mold-derived substance. After all, the idea of a fungus secreting a bacteria-killing substance was quite unprecedented. Moreover, there were significant challenges in harnessing the power of this miracle mold. Isolating the antibiotic substance from the penicillium mold was a complex process, but the real hurdle was mass production. The mold was temperamental, requiring specific conditions to grow and produce penicillin. It was a slow, painstaking process, and scaling it up seemed near impossible. Such hurdles cast a shadow over the promising potential of penicillin. The medical community began to question, could this substance truly be the answer to deadly bacterial infections? Or was it just a scientific anomaly? An interesting but ultimately impractical discovery? Hope was on the horizon, but the path to mass production was fraught with obstacles. The world was at war and the need for an effective antibiotic was more urgent than ever. As nations clashed on battlefields, another battle was being waged in the labs. The fight against deadly infections was about to take a significant turn, thanks to a team of dedicated scientists led by Howard Florey and Ernst Boris Chain. In the early 1940s, amidst the chaos of World War II, Florey, Chain and their team were working tirelessly at the University of Oxford. Their mission? To develop a method for mass-producing penicillin. The substance that Alexander Fleming had discovered had antibacterial properties over a decade earlier. Fleming's initial discovery had been met with skepticism, and the task of isolating penicillin and producing it in quantities large enough for medical use was a daunting one. But Florey and Chain were unfazed. They were determined to transform this potential miracle drug into a reality. Overcoming numerous obstacles, their team finally achieved what seemed impossible. They managed to isolate penicillin and developed a method to produce it on a large scale. With this breakthrough, the production of penicillin was no longer confined to the limited space of a petri dish. It could be mass-produced, making it accessible to the millions in need. The timing of this breakthrough couldn't have been more critical. Wounded soldiers on the battlefields were susceptible to infections, which often proved more lethal than the injuries themselves. With the mass production of penicillin, these soldiers now had a fighting chance against the deadly bacteria. Florey and Chain's relentless work had finally paid off. Their breakthrough was not just a scientific feat, it was a beacon of hope amidst the war. It was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge, even in the face of adversity. Fleming's accidental discovery had finally been transformed into a life-saving drug. The world was on the brink of a new era in medicine, all thanks to a bit of mold, a series of fortunate accidents, and the unwavering determination of a group of scientists. Little did they know, their work was about to change the world. Penicillin was more than just a drug, it was a revolution. This isn't an exaggeration. The discovery of penicillin heralded a new era in medicine, forever changing the way we combat bacterial infections. Imagine a world where a simple scrape on your knee could be a death sentence. Before penicillin, this was a harsh reality. Bacterial infections that we consider easily treatable today were often lethal. But with penicillin, the game changed. This humble, mold-derived substance became the first widely used antibiotic. It was like a silver bullet, able to treat a broad spectrum of previously lethal infections, including bacterial pneumonia and sepsis. The introduction of penicillin into the medical field was like turning on a light in a room that had been dark for too long. The impact of penicillin on public health was nothing short of miraculous. It's hard to quantify the exact number of lives saved by this wonder drug, but it's safe to say that the number is in the millions. Penicillin turned the tide in our battle against bacterial infections, giving us the upper hand for the first time. It was hailed as the miracle drug, and for good reason. Not only did it save lives on an unprecedented scale, but it also drastically improved the quality of life for countless people. With penicillin, a severe infection was no longer a death sentence, but a manageable condition. The success of penicillin also paved the way for the development of other antibiotics. It set a precedent, proving that it was possible to fight bacteria effectively. This inspired further research and led to an explosion of new antibiotics in the years that followed. But perhaps the most significant impact of penicillin was the hope it instilled. It demonstrated the incredible potential of scientific curiosity and perseverance, reminding us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, progress is possible. Penicillin, the miracle drug, had changed the world. It transformed medicine, saved countless lives, and continues to inspire scientific discovery to this day. The discovery and development of penicillin is a testament to the power of scientific curiosity and perseverance. This groundbreaking work did not go unnoticed. The tireless efforts of Alexander Fleming, Howard Florey, and Ernst Boris Chain were recognized in 1945 when they were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. This distinguished honor was a nod to their relentless pursuit of knowledge and their determination to turn an accidental discovery into a life-saving drug. But their contribution to the field of medicine extends far beyond their lifetime. They didn't just discover penicillin, they laid the foundation for all modern antibiotics. Their work opened the door to the development of other antibiotics, which have since saved countless lives and continue to be instrumental in treating a wide range of bacterial infections. In the decades following the discovery of penicillin, various other antibiotics have been developed. Each of these drugs, in its own way, carries the legacy of Fleming, Florey, and Chain. Their pioneering work has not only influenced the course of medicine but has also shaped our understanding of bacteria and how to combat them. The journey of penicillin from a moldy petri dish to a Nobel Prize is a remarkable tale. It's a tale of curiosity, of perseverance, and of the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It's a tale that underscores the importance of scientific research and its potential to bring about monumental changes in our world. The story of penicillin serves as a beacon of hope and progress in the field of medicine. It reminds us that groundbreaking discoveries can come from unexpected places and change the world for the better. The legacy of penicillin is a testament to the power of science and the indomitable spirit of those who dare to explore the unknown. It's a legacy that continues to inspire scientists and researchers around the world, fueling their quest for knowledge and their desire to make a difference in the world.